Oh, we are back. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, we are back. Okay. Whoa, F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. Spreading the word, letting the people know that we are here. Yes, we are. What an amazing conversation, man. What a nice chat with my girl, Marielle, man. Representing food. Welcome, guys. F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. We are back. We are back with part 2. You know how it goes, right? We have 4 parts to this. 4. Food, art, music, the environment. That is F.A.M.E for you. And every week we chat with some individuals all across the spectrum about their contribution towards the movement, all right? Like I said before, this week's theme, coming from the sea. We are coming from the sea, all right? And if you're not a strong swimmer, it's fine. You just can wait on land and we'll get to you, okay? 70% of our earth is covered by the sea. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh my goodness. Mystical big splash of water. That's what it is, man. So healing. You know what? You know what I was really surprised about moving here? How often people go to the beach here. Like in the morning, they go for a swim. They go in the evening. They go all the time, boy. Wow. Not so much. I personally know of people who have not been to the beach in about 20 years. I kid you not. And live on an island. But anyway, no judgment. So, as I was saying, this week's theme, coming from the sea. Yes, we just had a chat with Mario representing food. Up next, who do we have? We have, listen, every time I think about this man, I always think about surfing. So when I'm thinking art, I'm like, art? He does art? Brian Talma does art? He's representing art? Okay, yes he is. He's going to be chatting with us actually in a few minutes. And then after that, we have music. We're moving on to Jacob Layson, the surfer with the guitar. Yes, and then for environment, we have Angelica Anderson. She's going to be chatting with us as well. Yoga teacher. She is a yoga teacher and a free diver. Wow, amazing. Pretty interesting. All right, so that is what we do here on F.A.M.E. We talk to amazing people all across the spectrum. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely, absolutely love it. Quite influential in their very own right as well, all right? We keep forgetting that part, but we all play a part in that for sure, okay? So, this is F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. My name is Mishka Makter. I didn't even give my name. Mishka Makter, like I said before, that is my name. And behind the scenes, we have Margit, we have Badran, making sure that things run smoothly. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. Spread the word and tell a friend. We are here. Yeah, we are here. Oh my God, I can feel something in my nose. Again. Wow.
Was the action?
Hey, Brian.
All is well?
All is well. How are you?
Good, relaxing. You know how it is. You can hear me good? Action.
Loud and clear. How is the family? How is the family?
All is good. Very good. Peaceful.
Everyone is good. Listen, your children have some of the coolest names I've ever heard in all of my life. Every time
you like the names?
Tell us, if you don't mind sharing. You mind sharing?
No problem. So there goes the sunshine, starlight, rainbow, lion, and ocean. 5. So, lots of action.
How amazing is that, man? Welcome to F.A.M.E. Welcome to F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. Thank you for stopping by.
Glad to be here to check the action.
Yes, yes. So everyone knows you as the surfer dude represented Barbados. How many Olympics have you done?
So I did 2 Olympics in 88 and 92. So they were amazing experiences, and then things just transcended to more action.
Okay, so for those who have no idea, let us talk about that before we move on to the art, because I want to see how it actually happens, though, the transformation. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So really, I grew up on the south coast of Barbados, and from a very, very young age of 10, I wanted to surf, and I wanted to surf all the time. And I went to school at large school, and surfing was my priority, and I just skipped school and come home and surf. And I realized I wanted to make it my living. So I wanted to make what I love so much my living. And in those days, in the 80s, that was not even thought of. You do not go to school to become a surfer. And I realized, and I got a plan how to do it. And I started to articulate it, and it became a reality. And my dream, 10-year-old dream, became a reality. But it was a lot harder. Nowadays, it's easy. If you want to work on the beach, it's like, no problem. But then it was not cool. It was only... The people that are on the beach were considered beach bums. Like if you worked on the beach, that was the worst thing you could ever do. So what I did is I went to college and I took all my courses, designed them towards living and working on the beach, which everybody thought I was crazy. And I came back here to Barbados and opened a shop. And the same year I went to the Olympics, and that same year after I went professional. And the professional part was, the Olympics is good, but the professional side is amazing because it's continually traveling and with amazing people and going all over the world to the best windsurf, kitesurf, surfing breaks in the world.
Wow, oh my goodness.
So yeah, so it's just continual action.
That sounds like an awesome life, man. Seriously. You traveling, doing the thing that you love, representing your country. Come on. It has to be a little... Well,
that's what I'm saying. When I said I had a vision that I want to do this for a livelihood. So I just kept on going. And what you had to do is you had to make a business. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. When people say, well, so Brian, why you don't do this? I say, I don't do it because I don't get paid. So if I get, and that's what from the very beginning, it was about business. So that if somebody said, Brian, you want to go on a holiday? I said, no, I don't want to go on holiday. I want you to pay me. Yeah. And I will go on the trip and you pay me to do the job and we're all good. And that's when it's successful. And that's why I really worked, and that's why I still work to articulate concepts that are have a value. And that's where the art came in. So the art has always been there, but I start to articulate the art. So my art is only, I call it beach culture, symbolism art. And the art is only a reflection of my culture, of the beach culture. So it's just not, when you see my art, it's just not a mahi-mahi or a dolphin we call in Barbados. It has a meaning. Everything has a strong meaning related back to the sea, which I start articulating, and it's all these concepts, but it took 30 years to become a reality.
Wow, oh my goodness, that's so amazing, right? So I'm so impressed that your dream, you actually turned it into a reality. You know what I mean? From 10 years old. I mean, wow, well done.
Yes, but you gotta remember, it's hard. What I say to everybody out there, it's easy to dream. Nowadays, that dream it's a lot easier to get to. When you're in the 80s and 70s, it was hard. And that's why I say to the future is to be able to continue those dreams, that you're going into a place where nobody's been before. And that's my goal. That's why the same thing, my art is taking my art into somewhere that it goes far.
Wow. I'm here sitting, I'm so in awe. Okay, so I want to know, what kind of art, you just touched on it a little bit, it represents. Let us know, what kind of art do you...
So what I do is something called symbolism art. It's called beach culture symbolism art. And what it does is it depicts my ancestry, my heritage, and it reflects that through the art. So I create all these things that relate back to my ancestry, from my family, and then further back. So each one has a meaning. It should be I have a bird from the sea, bird from the tree, and that means from the heart feeds the family. So each one, it reflects a meaning. The mahi-mahi means I want to go in the sea. I love the sea. Wash me free. And I want to fly high in the sky. I can fly high in the sky. So each one means something different. But it all reflects from living and the passion of the sea. Everything's about the sea. Everything.
Everything goes right back to the sea, man. Hence why you fit so perfect with this week's theme, man. Coming from the sea.
So that's why. So what I say is that. So what I have is I have a thing called the Beach Culture World Tour I created. And then I have concepts such as the Organic Tourism Project. And I combine windsurf, kitesurf, passive surf, and I put the art and music. I put everything into one package, and that's called through the beach culture. But then I have something called the Organic Tourism, and that is about doing business, and I reflect that through my art too. But what I do is doing business with the community, create prosperous, so they make money, healthy, safe, alongside working with international people and companies, where both people or companies benefit equally. So my vision is to use the art and all these things to promote these concepts.
Wow, oh my goodness, well done. I must say, I want to know the other project that you mentioned. Can you break that down in a little bit of details?
With me, the Organic Tourism Project?
The Organic Tourism, yeah.
So the Organic Tourism Project, so I've been doing that at 30 years in Silver Sands. So when I first, so a long time ago, when there's Silver Sands, there was nothing. It was just this barren beach. And I went up there and I really was able to articulate my vision where there's nobody there, and I just did it, and I really incorporated the community. Now it's really cool to incorporate the community. But 30 years ago, Brian, what? You're working with the chicken shop Rita? And they're like, so that, if you ever heard chicken shop Rita or Rita's Chickens, that's up there. Yeah. And people like Wolfgang Lang from Germany, he was also a person that really was the beginning of Silver Sands. But is where I articulate and I work with the community. Next to my shop is called London Bar. When I put my shop there, my vision was to collaborate so we both benefit equally. Then all the people from the neighborhood, I teach them how to kite surf, windsurf, and they're part of my business. So everybody that works in my business is from Silver Sands. So I'm really ingrained in the community. So it goes both ways. So you work with everybody, the good, and when they have problems, you work with the problems. So you're really part of the community. So when I buy my vegetables, when I buy my fish, or who builds my shop, all of them are from Silver Sands. So that's why you don't have to worry about crime. Yeah. Because everybody's part of it. Everybody's part of the whole vision.
There you go. It's good, included the community. Like you said, you guys look out for each other as well, right? That is what you call building a community right there, right? That's exactly what it is.
So that's my biggest project, organic tourism. So I have a beach culture world tour. So we go all around the world. So we go to Venezuela, we go to Hawaii, we go to Turks and Caicos. Last year we went to Dominican Republic. So what I do is I take the same vision, I articulate it. So each painting has a meaning. So when I go to Dominican Republic, I take all the paintings and I articulate it to them. I say, okay, this is what the mahi-mahi means. This is what the turtle means. No man or woman has to humble down because of sex, race or anything. So, and then we take it, so I articulate it. So in there, and I call it, we plant the seed. So we do it over there. So it's a conscious movement, very conscious, because at the same time, you have to worry about colonial tourism. That's the other side, when people come in and take over everything, all the locals get taken over. But it's a conscious thing. That's why that's part of the vision too, is organic tourism is about the community. But colonial tourism, where people come in from a different land and start to take the jobs, take all the culture and take everything from the people and give nothing back.
And you have nothing left. And then the generation that's coming up is just at a loss,
Well, in Barbados already, that's why I said, that's why I speak it. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to plant the seed. That's why up in the Bashpa side, around even on the south coast, there's not very many people of the community that surf or kite surf or paddle surfers as when I was younger. And in my shop, my vision is to get more and more people and children into it from the communities so they become part of the economic process. So that's why I put a lot of energy into recruiting people from Silver Sands, teaching them the sports, and them to be part of the economic process.
Wow, wonderful. So let's say I'm not from the Silver Sands. If I wanted to come to learn to windsurf, and I would be able to, of course, come on over.
Yeah. So I have a shop at Silver Sands. It's called the Action Shop. So yes, we do windsurf, kite surfing, and anything like that. But it's slower now. So as you know, there's not much activity. So we have a few clients that will call me and say, Brian, I want to learn to kite surf, windsurf. Yeah. But it's a lot slower. But at the same time, what we're going to do now is we fellows will put the fishing boat in and try to get fish, because I think the whole way we look at tourism is going to change dramatically. And I believe and I believe strongly the vision, my vision is organic tourism is a way that we can go forward, and that we really blend the community and not fake it. So I'm authentic. I'm saying you've got to really live it. Like some people, you got to live it. You got to live it. You got to say, well, am I buying my food? It's from the Silver Sands, man. When I'm building, at the same time, you go and shop at all the other places. But if I live in Long Beach, which is the nearest store next to me is Buffy's from the community. And then I may go to the bigger stores. But I'm saying a lot of people don't do that. And I'm saying I'm promoting the businesses within the community, especially for all classes.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I'm thinking would I actually do that had I lived in Silver Sands, if I would stop at the local shop first and then go to the supermarket? But I usually go at the farmer's market. I love going. I love being able to have conversations with my farmer, give me a few little recipes. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I would probably stop at the local shop first before I head to the big supermarket. Yeah, probably would. Brian, I want to know, you have art on the highway?
Yes.
You just leave it there?
So what I did was I took for art shows different places. I took one at Barbados, I took one down West Coast. So I take them all over and I take them down. And that's why I tell everybody, I'm not here to promote my business. It's not, Brian, come and do shop at my shop. It's about planting the seed. It's to energize. It's to inspire people. What I did in Silver Sands, I painted my whole shop, everything. I painted everything, put all these sayings. And my vision is to inspire the world and the people, because I believe through art, you change people's moods and how they feel. So up in Silver Sands, and that's why I put it on the telephone post. Yeah. But I'm not promoting windsurf in my shop. I'm promoting. My vision is inspirational. Wow. Inspire, plant seeds.
Plant seeds. Way make a picture, man. Definitely. I want to know, so we can find your work at your shop. What time the shop opens? Let's say we want to order.
My shop's not open all the time. So you just got to phone me or Instagram me or Facebook me, and I have some art there. So things are a lot slower now. For me now, we're going to put the boat in the water. We're doing some kite surf lessons, some windsurf and surfing lessons, a few, but it's a lot slower now. So things are a lot slower. But I'm going to focus also on my book. I just wrote a book.
Yes.
So last year a book came out, so I'm going to focus on the book, and I want to do a movie because things are going to change. Things are changing dramatically.
So tell us, wait, before we get to the book, I want to know if you're painting now. Are you still painting? Now that things
all the time. I paint a lot. So every day I have to paint a whole new stock and new ideas, and I do a lot of spoken words. So this time I'm going to put up a lot of spoken words. Yeah. This last time I put stuff on the telephone poles. I have some going up to Government House, and they have more spoken words which really define what each symbol means. What the bird means. Because it's just not a flying fish. It's just not a mai. It's not a turtle. So there's a lot through the challenges, and that's why I say to become a professional athlete and to make money at it, there's a lot of challenges, a lot. And that's why a lot of sacrifices and a lot of challenges. So these were produced through the challenge within the civil science community or whatever. Creates art, creates energy, creates passion, creates happiness.
Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Round of applause. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see these spoken words. I want to sing, and I want to read it out loud and feel that good vibration. Definitely. Yes. That's
right. So that's one word. What I say is the brain smiles and life sings. That's my favorite saying.
What's it? Tell me again.
The brain smiles. The brain smiles. That's when you're having challenging times. The brain smiles because there's no expression. The brain smiles, and then life sings is when you're happy. You all through what you've gone through is now coming the rewards. Because anything you do, happiness is you're not happy because you're happy. You get happy because you went through a lot, and you're now, yeah, I did it. I got through it. So that's why I'm really happy through my whole career. I've had some heavy challenges, and I've broken through. And it may take 1 year, it may take 1 month, but if you do not try to go forward in your life and create new things and new energy, you'll just kind of be in the mundane. So that's why I did all things. I did poetry, I did art, I did music, I do everything. But at the same time, there's a chance you're going to fall. And when you fall, it's going to hurt. And you have to pick yourself back up and move again. But what I say is it's a lot easier to say these things that people say on Instagram every day. Woo! Yeah. And I'm like, dude, it's a lot. All this is when you're going for as I tell you, the bigger the challenge is, the harder it is, and the more you have to put into it. And that's why I put everything on this organic tourism beach culture world tour. I put the heart in it. It's authentic. I live it, breathe it, and I'm true to what I say.
And that makes a difference. And I think people can always see through that. You know that, right? I think people can always be able to see through it when you're faking it. So it's no faking, none whatsoever. It's authentic. It's organic. It's coming from the soul. That's what it is. Brian,
that's the action.
Yeah, that is the action. That's the
action.
Yes. Listen, Brian, so tell us now about this book that you wrote. Why? What inspired you?
So the reason I wrote the book is because I realized I had an amazing career. I really had it, and I had an amazing childhood. Everything was booming. Every part I overcame. And it was coming towards the end of the career. I realized that I was getting hit really hard by a lot of people that wanted me to down. And I said, you know what, I'm going to write a book about my life and how I did it. And the funny thing, it got in a lot about the racism in Barbados. It went straight at that because that's a big part of the book. And it was tell all. I didn't care. I didn't care if sponsors wanted to drop me. I didn't give. So I wrote this book from the heart. So it went from when I was a little boy, my parents, from the beginning, I identified who I was, the beginning part of the book. So it says, my grandparents are from Jamaica, St. Lucia, mother from the U.S. So I'm a Carib, a real Carib. I'm from all over the Caribbean. So you identify, the beginning of the book identifies who I am. Yeah. So I say, yes, I'm a bronze class. So when I say the bronze class, it's because in those days, you know, people look at me as more of a privileged brown-skinned person. So I identify how people look at me, and I went, and from there, from that concept, it went through to living in Hawaii, the Olympics. It goes all through, and then it goes down to the Beach Culture World Tour, and it goes through racism in Barbados. And it's kind of ironic because I identified this, and I think it's a serious problem in Barbados. I identified it many years ago. And yeah, and it came out in 2019, and then 2020, everybody's trying to have a best black friend or trying to do all this stuff. I say, wow, pretty interesting, but it's good. And I say this, I'm glad that people are changing, because I see all over Barbados, people are changing. And what I say in my book, and that's why I said it's ironic, because I identified from the day 30 years ago in my shop, from the Silver Sands community, majority are all black Bajans, not from the upper class or middle class, and these are not privileged children, and I'm very proud to have worked with many of them that have gone on to better things, because I believe my shop was only a stepping stone, and windsurfing and kite surfing, this whole scene is good, but you got to go further. So yeah, so the book really goes into all of that, and yeah, it took a lot of energy, and it's finished.
So it's finished. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. It sounds like something that we should really look into reading for real. The F.A.M.E family needs to get one of those copies, man. Wow.
Yes, I'll send you one.
Definitely. So where can we get one? We have to get to your shop. We have to order online.
No, what you can do is order. You check me on Facebook or on any Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, and then you can organize. You get the book, and yeah, the book is just how you get through obstacles. That's how it is all about, and that's why I say, and I go back when I speak with the Organic Tourism Project, it transcends black and white. All these things that we talk about, if you're folks that these things don't matter anymore. And that's the beautiful thing about it is organic tourism is working in the community. Who is your community? Wake up in the morning. Who do you go outside? Who do you bump into? If you don't do business, then you have to go further afield.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really, the Organic Tourism Project is one of the most is really heavy, and I'm really happy that it really within communities and where we're dealing with COVID-19 is really a positive concept.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Every time I hear that word, I'm like, no more COVID-19, no more. So how have the response been with this book? Have it been,
Yeah, it's good. So last 2019 was amazing. It helped me boost my career to another level. I went to Turks and Caicos. That's why I said in 2019, people read the book and said, Brian, we want you to come in Turks and Caicos, a 5-star hotel. And I said, Brian, we want you to talk to our employees. We want to buy 150 of the books. And the reason they want to talk to their employees is because they understand the racial divide. And they said, Brian, we want to, and I congratulate them because they said, Brian, we want to start the conversation. So I spoke to the employees. They had 350 employees. He spoke to some of them. And then they had some guests. And I did the whole weekend, and it was all about the book and art. But it was more, and that's why I say the book is about all these things, human things that we're dealing with and how to transcend them. So yeah, so all through last year, we went to Italy, and they bought 100 with Nash, and they bought 120 books. So last year was phenomenal, and it went to the end of the year. And the only thing that since COVID, I had a good contract, and everything went done. So that's why it's a reality. COVID stopped everything, and that's why I say I'm a realist. Professional sailing is really what I do. That's how I get paid. That's how I feed my family. That's what I do, and I love the sea, but the reality is that, yeah, everything has stopped. The money that I was making from that tour and professional sailing and windsurf as a waterman has stopped. But so that's kind of so. But that's why I have to focus on other things, and that's why I did a virtual reality games in June, which is really good, but it's difficult. Huh?
You did in June?
Yes, we did one.
How was that?
So that was really good. So on my beach culture tour, what I do on my beach culture tour, we have some of the best athletes in the world that I've interacted with, and we just connected everybody up, and we did it, and it was really, and it kept good momentum for 2 months. As you could see, we're in a different world, and it's hard to translate this into money now. That's the hard part. It's how can we
joy?
What?
Brian.
Can I tell you something? How did we start the conversation? How did we start?
I asked how it was.
You asked how many children I have? 5 children, right?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
No, but
oh yeah.
no. So what? No, but what I'm a realist. I'm passionate about the sea and what is. But the best thing about it, and I think for anybody in this world, if you make your sea how you make your living, it's even more beautiful. And that's why I really love the sea, and that's where my passion is. But the only way I could survive is through the sea providing for me, and that's for my family.
Oh wow!
So it's not just going in the sea and yeah, I had a good day. It's my livelihood. It's how I make money.
Wow! In case you didn't know, now we know for sure. Before you go, Brian, do you have any tips like for the community how they too can be a part of an organic tourism, how we can start it? You know.
So how I started in Silver Sands is very simple. When I built my shop, I really articulated the word beach culture. Beach culture is a blend of the fishing community and the surf side. So everything I do, I articulate. If whatever come up, I articulate. So I push that into the community. Then I said all the kids from the community, when I first opened my shop there in Silver Sands, the second one, I said all the kids, you can use my surfboards for free. So they come in. So I started a dialogue with them. Then, but I always had a relationship. Then the bar next to me, I went to him. I went to Craig. I said, Craig, do you want to collaborate? And he said, yeah, I will, yeah. And I told him, I said, I bet you from today, what you see today and what you can see in 3 years, we're going to go up. And it worked. And I ran and said, paint your shop, paint it. And I even was willing to buy the paint. And I did paint the benches and put paint. So what I did is I painted everything and I gave paint away. So the vision is to get other people part of the vision. But what I did is I articulated it. So what organic tourism is, I put it on wood. This is what it means. Then I gave him a plaque. I said, you're a partner of the organic tourism. So that's it. Then I went to the carpenter. And the carpenter, which I knew from I said, hey, we're doing organic tourism, but I'm always communicating what we're doing. And you have to give back. So, and your kids, and I asked your kids, if you want to learn to swim, surf, I would do it for free. But you have to give back. So even the fellows I teach, they will help teach other kids for free. But it's not a charity. It's not a charity. So the vision is for other people that I teach could become instructors.
Yes.
And then people that cut the grass. But the vision is also is for them to create their own entity. That's the vision. It's you create my vision is you go to Sandy Beach, create one there. Bashba, create one there. But don't try to create someone that somebody else is doing. Create your own. Have the guts to do it by yourself and create your community. So yeah, and that's why when I have a grill, so I get the vegetables from Mark. He's from Silver Sand. I get the fish from the boat, Silver Sands. But the reality is it's all Silver Sands because my business is in Silver Sands. And the biggest thing is we all have to be there together, and it really helps, and it keeps everything in as best harmony. You will never be perfect, but we always try.
That's so very true. Oh my goodness.
And that's why what I say is the art is a reflection of symbolism. The symbolism, art, beach culture is all these things come together. All of them connect.
Wow. Hashtag
action. Action and more action.
For sure, man. Oh my goodness. We need to hashtag this beach culture. Definitely. So that is how you get to start something organic tourism in the community by reaching out.
So that's why I tell a lot of people say, Brian, I'm doing organic tourism. So that's why for 2021, Dominican Republic wants me to come there and give them my stamp. Because what we're going to do with the organic thing is we're going to give people a stamp. So I go on and say, this is bullshit, sorry, or this is the real deal. So that's why he said, Brian, so I have no business interest in Dominican Republic. I don't have a shop. So he wants me to come and say, Brian, are we doing it correctly? And we are straight up. We talk with the colonial tourism part, be conscious, be aware of it. Even for me, everybody be aware of it. And we speak openly. And so in Dominican Republic, we also work in Venezuela, Gioni, my good friend Gioni. So and that's what we did through the virtual reality games. All the competitors were trying to showcase what they were doing in their country. So this we speak is not only Barbados. Here is more difficult because I'm from here and I have a business. But away it's a lot easier. I just come in and I kind of consult and say, okay, do this, do that. Okay, let's do that next year. And we always change. Now, let's get all the community to create art. Let's paint the whole place. Let's get the music. Let's get a carnival. So when we go, we have a beach culture carnival too. We have everything. So it's really, it's easier away sometimes because I just come. Here I have to organize everything. But yeah, it's action.
Wow. Make sure that you find your way down to the Grenadines, okay? We would love and appreciate you down there as well, okay?
Yeah, I've been to the Grenadines too. It's beautiful. I've been down there. There's a fella called Jeremy down there that I visited a few years ago, and he did I must admit, a fella called Jeremy, and he did an amazing job down in the Grenadines. Really respect him with kite surfing. So he has his whole ear, and amazing job. Amazing. Action.
Action. He loves that word. Action, 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 man. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Brian, this was lovely. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Cool. Action.
How was your lovely wife? My darling.
She's good. All good.
We're supposed to meet for coffee for like months. Obviously, then you know what happened, right? Yes, that happened. Okay. So, moving along, Brian, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and sharing with us, man. We are definitely looking forward to the art. And when you get off this call, I don't know if you're good at multitasking, just put in the comment section, you know, where we can find you, your information, your name on Facebook, just, you know, so everyone can at least make an effort, get to the shop, see the art, support, buy, you know, be a part of this movement. You know what I mean? And
yeah, hear you loud and clear.
Yes, get your book. I'm looking forward to seeing this. And remember.
So yeah, so what you do is you send me your email address and I'll send you on a document.
Wonderful, wonderful. Brian, thank
Action.
you very much. Thank you for stopping by and all the best, man.
You too. Take it easy. Action.
Yes,
action. See you later.
All right, cool. Listen, he is real action for real. Oh my goodness, organic tourism, working with the community. How amazing is this? Is this like a really good initiative? I must say, for real. Sometimes it's not that hard, you know. You know what I mean? Reach out to people that are around, you know, get them involved. Look, Brian, he's doing it, man. Amazing work. Wow. There you guys have it. So that was Brian Talma. Listen, the action man chatting with us, all right, representing the art in this week's theme. Yes, coming from the sea. What a perfect fit, right? So you guys know how this works. We're gonna upload this video, save it. I'm not allowed to touch anything at all. And then we're gonna be back, all right? We are gonna be back with, we're gonna be chatting with the music man. What do we call him? The surfer with the guitar. Jacob Layson. He's going to be chatting with us, all right? So we'll see you guys in a bit. This is F.A.M.E Weekly Talk.